You know, lately a nigga been fighting a whole lot of demons. A lot of shit we do.
I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. My little nigga going against the grain and it's stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living a crazy life. Pay the price. You saved my life. If you want to lick shit, we can get rip shit, we can get paid tonight. Everybody want the money, but don't want to go down, down, down. 187. You kick a nigga, you don't know if you gon' go to heaven. Fight my demons, fight my demons. It's me against these demons. It's these demons. Yeah, where my bike at? My bike been running around YouTube going crazy. Where's that damn bike at? I gotta have a sit down with that bike. Ever since I set that bike free, that bike been going crazy out here. Anybody seen my bike? Me against these demons. Fighting my demons, fighting mine. Find peace. Hey, y'all know what's up, what's up, what's up. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. How's everybody doing out there? Hope all is well. Hope everybody's doing great, right? We just had this new moon come through, this blood moon. A lot of things is changing around us. You might not have recognized the change. You might have felt the change dramatically. You might have been a part of what has changed, right? You might be a part of it. You might be doing something for the good, something for the bad, right? Now, the first part I want to get into real quick is an old recording of Jaguar Wright. She deleted this off her page, but luckily we have this on our page. Feel free to go look at it on the Ralph DaWise page. It was a 6-hour and 30-minute live. So, but it's titled Jaguar Wright Looking for Ralph DaWise, right? You can go listen to that. There's a lot of incriminating things said in that video, in my opinion. And remember, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has them, right? But in my opinion, there's a lot of incriminating things said. And I want you guys to listen in on it and tell me if you hear these things, okay? Tell me if you hear these things. I hear them. I don't know if you might not catch it, but I'm gonna play it. You guys tell me. All right. There's no audio. 1 second. Jay Genesis, who hung out with that. Yeah. Tell us about it.
On Vito.
Oh, is it working now? Oh, wow. Oh, Tokyo. Who's else involved?
They were right. He is terrible. Eligio Bishop is.
Is it? Can you guys hear it now? He is telling.
But I had nothing to do with that cult. Matter of fact, I didn't have anything to do with any of the kids that came out of that cult until
Here did we go. Here did we go. Did you hear her mention about the kids that came out of that cult? Now, y'all keep saying, where are the kids at? 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 Right? Now, apparently, Jaguar know a little bit more than what she telling us. Because we didn't even know it was kids that came out of that cult. One's in the comment section if you didn't know that it was kids that came out of there. One's in the comment section. Come on. TikTok, YouTube, tell me, y'all knew? Y'all knew that it was kids that came out of there? That nature boy shit? I didn't know. I didn't know about that. That's why what you trying to tell us? You trying to tell us that it was some babies coming out of that nature boy camp? But Gina Gold did say that they was doing baby farms now. And that's how you would get a baby farm, is you would just get a bunch of people and you get them pregnant, and then you would just take the baby, and then you come back with some funds and some stuff like that. Maybe come back with a couple of babies. It depends on how the day go. Whew. Dang, Jaguar, you was telling us a lot, kitty. Kitty telling us a lot right now. She said, I wasn't in touch with them kids that came out of there. What? Hold on, let me play that back.
He is terrible. Eligio Bishop is one of the most deplorable human beings ever in life.
Like they used to do on Xmas. Exactly.
Matter of fact, I didn't have anything to do with any of the kids that came out of that cult until after they defected. I told them.
You didn't have nothing to do with the kids that came out of that cult until after they defected. Whoa. Well, that tell us that you had something to do with the kids, because after the group was dispersed, then you had something to do with the kid. Something ain't right. My spider senses is tangling. My spiders, if your spider senses is tangling like my spider senses is tangling, can you put a 1 in the chat? I want to make sure my spider senses ain't the only spider senses is tangling. Is anybody else's spider senses tangling? Is anybody else spider senses is tangling? Because my, this is getting deep. Jaguar, right? You got something to do with some kid that was a part of a cult, that was a part of Nature Boy? Spider senses tangling. Spider senses tangling. Huh? Spider senses tangling. Spider senses tangling. I'm just saying. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Just saying. Let's listen again. Let's listen to make sure we all listening to the same stuff. Okay?
When they were ready to leave, but I had nothing to do with that cult. Matter of fact, I didn't have anything to do with any of the kids that came out of that cult until after they defected. I told them when they were ready to leave, if they needed my help transitioning back into a normal life, I would help. And that's exactly what I did.
Oh, okay.
Their children. I'm like their grandmother.
Where they at? Where they at then? Where they at? We want to hug them. Where they at, Jaguar? Where they at? Where they at, Grandma? Huh? Oh, Mother Witch, can we go out to play? We won't go by the river and scare the ducks away. Can we go? Yes or no? What the hell type of time she on? If that ain't human trafficking, what is? If that's not admitting to human trafficking, what is? I told y'all she had something to do with the shit. Think about this. This lady she ain't even got a house to keep herself in. She moving from place to place. She stole it on herself. Inquiring mind. So this is the battle of the internet. Tell us the truth, please. We can there. You remember she showed to get out there. Hey boy, you did your thing. I'm gonna say you.
It seemed like I ever believed anything.
Oh.
I believe Regina about as much as I believe Allie Carter. This is the issue that I have though.
Damn, what is Odell sniffing up in the background?
Human beings to face reality.
Damn, boy. He in the background getting it in.
That's not me buying into anything. That's me actually taking a proactive measure to help someone who is clearly mentally ill. What do you mean, how is she lying? Like anybody that can say that.
It's damage control, exactly. Now, of course, we do have copies of this. It is on our page. We can go look at it whenever you want to go look at it. I don't know how much of the conversation we can put into around the Yellow Beasley trap house with everything going on and everything unfolding. I don't want to dabble into that too much until certain things start coming out, right? Otherwise, they're going to do this whole misinformation thing, so on and so forth. So we can't even talk about that too much as far as some of the depths of it goes. We do have a pretty decent conversation to talk about today. I can just pull it up. Why is you acting like this? Okay. All right. Let's type it out then. There you go. You didn't want to bring it up. Okay. But there is some stuff that we could talk about today, right? There's a lot of stuff changing around us. There's a lot of spiritual stuff happening. And you do hear a lot of people say, stuff on the lines of like, um, you're a very spiritual person, or you claim to be a very spiritual person, or what is it they say? You're a very, they say we claim to be spiritual. Okay, yeah. Whatever it is that they say, right? This is us. Undoubtedly us, right? We have some knowledge. We put that knowledge out there, so on and so forth, right? That's just part of what we do, right? So today, there's a little piece of knowledge that I would like to put out there. You guys hear me? Everybody hear me pretty good? Okay. So there's some knowledge that I would like to put out there as we continue to grow this page, grow with each other, right? We might as well continue it off exactly how we've been doing it, which is putting different variations of knowledge out there, putting different variations of wisdom out there, and also pointing out low vibrational entities, or as Solomon like to call it, uh, you know, 72 demons of the soul of man, right? So however you look at this, we are on this journey together. There's some things that you should know. There's some things that you should have an understanding for, right? As far as relationship goes, as far as spiritual marriages, so on, so forth, right? Understanding the understanding oneself, the feminine energy and the masculine energy that's inside the vessel, right? There's different terminologies that was changed up later on when different things took place. There was different things that was changed up later on. So let's just dig into the what ifs, right? Let's dig into the what ifs, right? Let's dig into some stuff that could be real, might not be real. But one very interesting thing I want to read is this. I want you guys to hear this. This is part of the energy that is inside the vessel, the masculine and the feminine energy that's inside the vessel. At different points, at different timelines, they had something to talk about, and these things that they talked about was celestial marriages and things that took place in the sky. As those things took place in the sky, there was different markers in our history that labeled these different things that was taking place in the sky, right? The Atlantic classicalism, so on and so forth, Pompeii, all these different things that took place according to the history of man. There was something deeper that was going on. So we're going to dive into the depths of different things, right? We're also going to expose different things, right? People, places, things, all of this stuff. It's discussable. It's a topic of conversation otherwise, right? So if you got an open mind, if you dare to challenge yourself to think outside the box, right? Then this is the place you want to be. We're also going to laugh, right? We're going to laugh. We're going to point out these low vibrational entities. A lot of good things is happening and a lot of bad things is happening in this world. But you got to remember, according to the universe, good or bad does not exist. None of that stuff really exists in the universe. That's something that man made up down here. See, in the universe, what is always was and always will be, right? So it's no notion of good or bad in the universe, right? Yes, we have trials and tribulations down here. We have a lot of things that we might face down here. That's what mankind comes with. We are, wonderfully, miserably, and fearfully made in this world, right? But a man can't grow in the mind or the spirit until they are physically placed on their feet. Even the Bible tells you that a man cannot grow in the mind or in the spirit until they are physically in this world. So, however you want to look at this is about true growth, inner growth, and you have to understand that in order to get there. So, today we're going to embark on a little bit of a journey of knowledge. We're going to put some knowledge out there, right? Hopefully, you can allow it to turn in your third eye, which is your pineal, right? Just let it roll around in your pineal. You might not get everything that I'm talking about today, but just let it roll around in your pineal and just think back on it every now and again, and different variations of knowledge might come to you. Okay. So let's get into this.
Hermaphrodite redefined. through the perfect union of the universal mother and universal father, as an example of the gender principle with Adam and Eve in the waters of sex with chastity, the pillar of the Hermi is perfected and made into the image of God through the hierogamic union of the inner Christos Sophia. This is represented in perfected alchemy of unified polarities, as the magnum opus of cosmic consciousness. In this term hermaphrodite, we see Mercury, Hermes, uniting with the goddess of love. Her name is Venus or Aphrodite. When Hermes and Aphrodite unite, they form hermaphrodite, the perfect balance of unified male and female principle, or the ionic pair, Christos Sophia. A hermaphrodite really, truly has nothing to do with what people currently think that it is. Satanic forces have defiled its meaning through the impostor spirit of Baphomet. The deeper mystical understanding of hermaphrodite is the etymology of the word comes from the union between Mercury and Venus, Hermes Aphrodite, and is the hierogamic union of a god and goddess, a perfected and whole being, the perfect balance and union between masculine and feminine, united as one.
See that? See what I'm saying? So there's always been a spell that was in the word from the time it was translated from Aramaic language to Hebrew to Greek to, Latin, right? There's always been this manipulation that was in the word, right? So we running around thinking that, hermaphrodite means this, when really it was redefined. The reason why they redefined it was because they didn't want you to know about the power of the union of the energies that exist inside your vessel, the feminine and the masculine energy inside the vessel of all of us. If you look up the cosmic laws, the cosmic law is, and the 12th law of the cosmic law is the law of gender, right? The 12th law of the cosmic laws. There's 12 laws within inside the 12 laws of gender, right? So within the 12 laws of gender, it states that there is masculine and feminine energy in every vessel down here. In every vessel down here, there's masculine and feminine energy. So even though you see somebody that walks like a man, that man can be operating in the feminine energy of the vessel. And even though you see somebody walk like a woman, that woman can be operating in a masculine energy of the vessel. This is why terminologies are good, but understanding is better, right? When you understand, that's why you give them the proper title. That's a woman, right? That woman could be masculine. That woman could be operating in masculine energy, however you want to look at it, right? That's what Equally Yoke was about. Equally Yoke was talking about the energies inside the vessel that makes you one, right? A lot of this knowledge and stuff, and TikTok. Hey, TikTok, if you guys want a deeper visual of what we're talking about, you have to go over to YouTube. Ralph DaWise on YouTube. That's Ralph DaWise on YouTube. You can go over there. We're live over there. We're actually live on 2 pages over there. And we're also live on Twitch. There's no way that you can't be getting this knowledge. There's no way we not pushing out this knowledge. Now, we might not have the people involved that's helping us spread or push the knowledge, but we definitely here putting it out. Midnight Star, we are never in mourning. We are always rising and shining. So grand rising to you. Namaste, Ashe, salutations. And remember, salutations is just another way of saying hello or goodbye. So you can open or exit with salutations. But namaste, and namaste is a realization of the God in me, recognizing the God in you. So when I say namaste, it's a recognition of the God inside of you. Okay. But however we look at this, we are journeying on a greater path of union, a greater path of love, a greater path of knowledge, right? And, they always say there's nothing more, worth fighting for than a great love, right? But if you love knowledge, if you love people, then that's the greatest thing worth fighting for is love itself, right? Unconditional love. We all making choices down here. We all making mistakes down here, right? And I see the repeat of people that sees that something is disturbing. So in order to get recognition, they too follow up and try to put it in the comment section. You get what I'm saying? So I see you, still trying to push out that whole mourning thing. But hey, listen, if you want to be in mourning, then be in mourning. But we're not in mourning, okay? Remember, the universe works off of vibrations. And right now in the Aquarius sky, the vibration of the universe is a lot faster than what you think. So when you're sitting there and you're constantly saying that good morning phrase, right? You're telling the universe that you're good with morning. And the universe is going to make that happen 5 times faster, 10 times faster for you, because time doesn't exist. See, previously in the Pisces era, when things was coming from the bottom up, right? When it was coming from the bottom up, you had to go with a process that was considered to be a 369 process, right? But now that we're back at the beginning in the Aquarius sky, the feet is now the head. So now the energy is coming in from the top down. So it's a faster speed of manifestation when you put your intentions on it. And then when you can get other people to put their intentions on the same thing, these things happen faster, right? Now you can do this yourself, and allegedly, supposedly for entertainment purposes only, you can do this yourself. If you take a group of people outside and you start, looking at the clouds, right? And all of y'all think about one, just look at the same cloud and think about that cloud, disappearing. That cloud would dissipate faster because all of you guys are putting your thoughts on it and your minds on it at the same time, right? So there is a deeper connection with the universe and a deeper connection with us through Gaia, which is the consciousness of Earth, right? So, however, we're looking at this, we have the ability to move time according to how we want to move time. It can move fast, it can move slow, it can damn near stand still, but it takes a collective. This is why, when they have different people forming a group, forming different collectives, so on and so forth, allegedly, supposedly, this is why they come against it quickly, right? They don't want you to know the power of your mind, the power of unity. Right now, we're in a different journey, we're in a different battle. A lot of battles can be fought right from your own home, right? Because you're putting your intent into it, right? And through these forms of electronics, we can now push our intentions a lot faster through the melanin that's actually in the software that we're using, the phones, the allegedly, supposedly. Let's get back to some knowledge. We don't want to put the wrong stuff out there. So allegedly, supposedly, for entertainment purposes only, this is what I'm telling you. This is just my mind. This is how I feel like the universe is operating right now. If you don't understand the universe right now, take the time to sit with me. We're going to dig into a deeper understanding of the universe. There is a light body that is around your physical body. This light body operates on Christos or crystal's energy, right? This is the masculine feminine energy of the vessel. It's coming from the top of your head. This is where your soft spot is at. It is moving down the right and the left side of your body. Masculine energy is moving down the right side. Feminine energy is moving down the left side, however you want to look at it. In order for one to move into a different solar system of oneself, one has to rise up through the void. You have to rise up. So there's a energy on the left side. Your spirit is inside that left side, and it has to rise up through that void and enter in order to enter the soul system of oneself. It's deep. We wrote many stories about this, right? We gave it to you in the story of Christ. We gave it to you in the story of Osiris, right? Isis, Osiris bringing together to bore Horus. What did I just say? Isis, Osiris, boring Horus. Yeah. However that works, right? So once you realize that Isis is the mind, Osiris is the body, or Isis Horus, whatever, however the three went together, the son, the mom, the dad, the son, I don't know why my mind is messing this up. But yeah, so one is the seed of mankind. So to be able to reproduce, to always be able to bring forth life, that is one of the bring forth, right? So when you're looking at these different variations of stories that's been told through the timelines, whether it be a Hercules story or a story of Mount Olympus, or all these different sayings, Calvary, so on and so forth. These are different parts of the brain. The Greek determined that Calvary was a part of the brain. Crucify actually meant to multiply tenfold, right? So when Christ was crucified or multiplied tenfold on Calvary, it was considered to be a fluid or a liquid that was released in a part of the brain, right? Because Christ was a seed, right? He was considered to be a seed, right? So when you're looking at these different stories, right, they're telling you these different stories. They're just telling you them in different ways, right? So even when you look at the whole, Zeus, Hades, Poseidon story, it's the same story, right? Let me break it down to you. It's a story of the body, right? At one point, the Titans ruled the body, right? And then the gods, which is considered to be entities of the body, right? Deities of the flesh, right? Let me break it down to you like this. Your mind is considered to be the air. So Zeus rules the air, which Zeus rules the mind. Later comes into religion or Scientology or different forms of that Zeus effect. This is why it's Jesus or Jesus or Yoshua, so on and so forth. It's a governing of the mind. So Zeus is still ruling the mind, the air, right? Now you have Poseidon. Poseidon rules the ocean, not just the ocean outside of you, but the ocean that is inside of you. That 76% water that is inside the body, also known as the Holy Sea, right? So Poseidon still rules that water. It still goes by those laws. It still goes by the operation of currency, the laws of currency. You can look it up. Your social security number is tied to those same laws of the sea, right? This is why a woman gives birth, her water breaks, right? Through that form of water, what do a woman have to do? She has to go to a dock, which is the same as a doctor, right? She has to go to a doctor or a dock to unload a shipment of what is considered to be life, a person, whatever, the same thing. The doctor then gives a certificate of dropping off said merchandise, thus far that merchandise becoming what? Property of the country or continent that it was brought to, the operation of the sea, right? So there is different levels to this. Yes, there's different levels to this. As above, so below, as without, so within, right? They told you about the as above, so below. It's time that we dig deeper and start learning about the as without that is so within. Okay. So one's in the chat if y'all want to start learning about the as without that is so within, because that's the deeper depths of this. And Hades is a representation of the dead lands, or which is considered to be the flesh. This is why man created the cross for the unaliving process, because outside of your body, what is considered to be the Deadlands, Gladiator School, whatever it is. This is what it is out here. You know what I mean? This is what it is out here. This is Hades. And if you want to look at it from a Roman perspective, I think we'll just be looking at the planets. We'll be looking at the same story that's from Greek mythology. We'll see that in Roman mythology also, because what you don't know, there was a switch up in history, right? So you had Greek mythology comes first, and then that Greek became Roman mythology, right? And then when they translated Roman mythology, they changed it to New Greek mythology, and then the New Greek mythology is what we consider to be some of what the biblical text was written out, because the biblical text was written in Hebrew and Greek, and the earlier text was written in Aramaic, right? Aramaic being the first language, however you want to look at it. Allegedly, supposedly, you can look this up yourself. I don't have to tell you this stuff. It's somewhere in a book, right? It's somewhere in a book. You can look it up. I can look it up. We can all look this up. Okay. So we're going to start breaking this down. We're going to start having a grander understanding. We're going to start reaching for the stars. Okay. We're going to have a little bit of reading rainbow. Okay. Butterflies in the sky. I can go twice as high. Just take a look. It's in a book, a reading rainbow. All right. So we trying to elevate to a different level. We got to do that with knowledge. All right. Knowledge gets the Ezekiel wheels in your brain turning. All right. We trying to get these Ezekiel wheels back turning. Okay. It can't be the same gossip that we already been talking about for centuries, right? It has to be new knowledge, some new stuff has to pop up in your mind, some new stuff, some new things have to, start opening up these dimensions of your mind. All right, so we got to start opening these doors up. Okay, all right, we got to start opening these doors up. Okay, I got you, I'm a use. Listen, this is what I don't. So this is so you won't be tricked by what's happening over here, right? I am using the power of words, right, to give you a familiarity of how I'm coming, right? This is why I use certain phrases from PBS Kids or different variations of it, because your water has memory, right? So what I'm doing is I'm triggering certain memories in your life water to give you a greater connection to me and the information that I'm bringing to you. Okay. So, however you look at this is part of art of seduction. I am seducing you with different variations of words or terminologies that is soothing to you, thus far being a manipulative. I'm sorry, because I do feel like I'm manipulating y'all a little bit. I'm manipulating y'all, okay, but not in the bad way, okay, not in the bad way. You can manipulate people in a good way that triggers memories and so on and so forth, and then you have that messed up way of manipulating. You get what I'm saying? But this is a smaller form of manipulating, because by hearing this stuff, right, it is going to make you think. It's going to make you think. It's going to open up your mind. So it is a form of manipulating. You get what I'm saying? You guys understand, right? One's in the chat if you understand. One's in the chat. It is. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. It's a form of manipulating. It's not one of the, it's not one of the carnal forms. I ain't slinging it, I ain't slanging it, but it's a small form of it, I know some of y'all prefer the slanging, I know y'all prefer the slanging and the danging and the yeet, yeet, yeet. I know y'all want the slanging and the danging and the yeet, yeet, yeet. Huh? I know y'all want the slanging and the danging and the yeet, yeet, yeet. I'm gonna make a song like that. I know y'all want the slinging and the danging and the yeet, yeet, yeet.
In this activation for higher embodiment, the resonance points for the main energy centers in the physical body have shifted higher, slightly changing their position and adding more light body architecture to the skull, head, and crown. With the diamond sun body activation for the eternal light body in 5D, all separated electromagnetic fields in the light body release their polarization membranes and electromagnetic barriers, merging the male-female counter-rotation spirals into a large orb of light surrounding the body. There are 3 main orb bodies nested within each other that are built on a trinity of triangles that align in the central vertical channel as the new position for the 3rd sphere, 6th sphere, 9th sphere, and then the personal Christ at the 12th sphere. These main energy spheres are located on the central column and are merged into a tri-wave neutral charge, or non-polarized energy centers. Each of the 3-6-9-12 positions connect to a trinity in one built for the conscious identity, soul triad, oversoul triad, and the personal Christ respectively. Also, the light body is no longer connected to the earth core in the same way. and hovers upon the base shield built underneath the feet. The base shield connects into the feedback loop of the 360 degrees of the 0-point field or Godhead that runs from within the internal
Now, this would be the same reason why, and I say you have to understand what's being said, what's being told to you right now. You have to understand it, right? So this is where, I break it down to you or give you a deeper understanding. Now, tell me if they mock this type of stuff. This is where they mock this type of stuff, this type of knowledge, this type of stuff. This is a mockery in this physical world. It's a mockery. And let me explain how they mock this type of stuff, right? In order to shun this or downplay this, they do a reversal of all of this stuff. This is why at the bottom of your sneaker is called a sole. And this is why you walk on that sole, because it is a separation from Gaia, right? It's separating you from Earth. It's separating you from that energy, that 3, 6, 9, 12, so on and so forth. So it's a mockery to give you something and then have you walking on the soul of yourself, because it's disconnecting you. It's also the reason why the nails went in the feet of the Christ, right? Allegedly. So to this, like you're still being crucified to this day if you are, constantly wearing shoes, not connecting back with Gaia, so on and so forth. Allegedly, supposedly, this is part of the crucifixion. Allegedly, supposedly. Okay. So when it comes to these pillars, these are considered the pillars of mankind, right? You see the first pillar right here, the first pillar of mankind, 1, 2, 3. This is the first pillar. This is the 3D realm, right? This is where your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plex chakra lies, right? This is that. So a lot of people live in this first pillar. This is the first pillar. A lot of people live in this first pillar. They can't get out of it. Their thinking don't go out of this first pillar. Any other thoughts that's coming into their mind, they push it off as blasphemous and they stay within this first pillar, right? This is what happens. It's a conscious thing. Now, kids roam the higher realms all the time. Kids roam the higher realms all the time because they have imagination. They're always dreaming, they're always dreaming, building towards positivity. This is where your trials and tribulations come in at, right? This is where your trials and tribulations come in at, because kids so rule these higher dimensions. You're down here putting them in fear, putting them in different trials and tribulations to bring in different variations of a lower vibration. Unknowingly we're doing this, okay? Unknowingly. It's nobody's fault, okay? It's nobody's fault. Don't start putting who's doing this, who's up to it. Don't start putting that in the comment section, okay? It's pointless. All right. Excuse me. This is something that was put in place way before you even was in place. So you can't do nothing about it. All right. Now you have the next pillar. The next pillar is the 4, 5, 6 dimension, right? This is where your soul triad comes in. This is where the fourth plane comes in. A lot of people get trapped in the astral plane. They usually allow some form of something to get attached to some type of lower vibration, whether it be greed, gluttony, lust, anger, rage, envy, jealousy, hurt, pain. A lot of people get programmed in these different, rhetorics of hurt, pain, can't push past something. A lot of people don't even know it, but they're keeping it going, right? This is why they remake certain movies. They got to remake Roots, right? Because Roots keep you in the anger of how somebody did to your people. All these things, the Holocaust, all these different things keep you in the anger, right? For one another. It keeps you angry with one another. That's why we can't push past certain variations. Somebody's going to remind you of, a movie. Somebody's going to remind you of a movie that was made that was, that was real, Amistad, or different variations of it, right? So that way you can always dislike some people, right? When we driving in the car, somebody does something like, man, these type of people get on my nerves. Da, 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 da. Our kids hear these different things. So if we actually wanted to change the world, it would first start with our level of thinking, right? God said that we'll see a new heaven and then see a new earth. You can't see a new earth until you see a new heaven. If nobody's changing the way they think, there's no possible way we're going to see a new heaven before we bring forth a new earth. One's in the chat if you understand what I just said. Oh, now you want to be in the Discord. Oh, now you want to try to come over to the Discord. Now that you see the level of knowledge that we provide. Oh, now you want to be a part of the team. Oh, now you want to come kick it with us. Oh, now you want to rock with it. Nah, I'm joking. I'm going to drop the link to the Discord right now. Hey, listen, if y'all over on TikTok right now, come on over to the YouTube, Ralph DaWise on YouTube, or Energy of Atlas 111. We are kicking it over there, or you can go to Energy of Atlas on Twitch. We are on Twitch right now also. We are on all pages. Shout out to the person that's on Twitch watching over there. Love is love. Namaste. I say for the 53 people that's in Ralph DaWise, please hit the like button. For the 19 people that's in Energy of Atlas 111, love is love. Namaste. I say, please hit the like button if you're in any of these pages. If you're on TikTok, you know what to do. Hit the like button, share the live, push it out there. It takes us. It's us that got to push this out there. You hear me? It's us. We got to push this out there. We got to want this knowledge out there. All right? So come on over to the YouTube. We kicking it. Come on over to the Discord. We kicking it, right? These are the places that we kick it. We want to keep our collective in the right state of mind. Like, listen. For all the people that's in the Discord, right? For all the people that's in the Discord, right? Tell me you don't get a sense of ease kicking it over there. It's a bunch of y'all ladies. But tell me y'all don't got a sense of ease kicking it over there. Tell me y'all mind ain't ease. Y'all might be watching the same thing. Y'all might be looking at the same thing, but guess what? Your mind ain't on the same thing with it. Like you feeling different over there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. That's why I said honesty is the best policy. That's why that's why I say, like, I know this is a form of it. You know what I mean? We all know, like, anything, like, if you really read like The Art of Seduction, if you really read The Art of War, 48 Laws of Power, if you really read any of these books, you know that everything is a form of, once you read The Art of Seduction, you realize, like, damn. So everything and anything is a form of seduction if you play on people's mind or coercions of their heart or their thoughts or their thinking or their dreams or their wishes or their goals or their plans I said, damn. So it's almost like anything you say, any conversation that you have, anything you say to somebody could be a form of manipulating. You get what I'm saying? Anything you say could be a form of manipulative. So if you down here manipulative in a positive way, manipulative in a positive light, manipulative in a, you know, more knowledgeable, you know. Okay, so now once you get to the higher, and once you get up here, right, you see it says personal Christ, right? Cell, light soul, right? This is why when Christmas time comes, who gets to put the star on a tree in the house? Y'all know Christmas rules. Y'all know how we play for Christmas, right? Who gets to put the star on the tree? Who puts the star on the tree, right? In the house. What kid get to put the star on the tree, right? It wasn't the bad kids, the ones that was getting cold. No, it was who? It was the good kids. The baby, because the baby represents the purity, right? The baby the youngest one usually was the one that didn't start getting in trouble yet, didn't start messing up yet, right? But it was the good kid of the house, the good seed, right? The one that was righteous or close to the righteousness, right? However you look at it, right? That's who got to put it on there, right? The tree was was a representation of your vessel, right? Your body, right? The star that was put on the tree was a representation of that soul star that is placed above the head, right? It was a representation of that soul star that is above the head of your body. So you have your crown chakra, which is a representation of the seventh, and then that soul star chakra is right above your head. The book of Revelations tell you about this. The book of Revelations tell you it is the eighth that was supposed to be a part of the seventh that got kicked out. The book of Revelations tell you that. You just got to read it. And now that you know that we come from a 7-star sister, a sister 7 stars, right? A 7-star sister colony. We was the 8th star in that got sucked into a black hole, allegedly, right? That's where our sun comes from. It got sucked into a black hole, right? And now we are being accepted or ushered back into the 7, right? This is known knowledge according to some scientists, according to some studies, right? I'm not telling you nothing that they're not studying or looking into right now, right? Or in the past, right? Now, we put allegedly and stuff on there because it's disclosure, right? They decide how they're going to disclose all of this information to you, but they have until 2030, allegedly, they have until 2030 to put this knowledge out there, right? So, yes, our schooling systems is about to change dramatically. What we're learning is about to change dramatically. What we're teaching is about to change dramatically. They're looking for people that can actually articulate some of the old texts, emerald tablets, so on and so forth. Some people who can exceed past Zachariah Stitchen's knowledge or break down what it was that they were asking for when they said gold, right? Zachariah Stitchen said that they were looking for gold and they were mining for gold, but that's not what they were looking for, right? The gold that they were looking for was something that we were supposed to be putting back into our brain, right? Now, this is where the Christmas story of coal comes from, right? Because it's a dark matter or material inside the vessel. A lot of people manipulate a lot of this stuff, right? So, right now, we are in the time of revealing. We are revealing stuff, people. It's a beautiful day, is it not? This world is beautiful. This world is very beautiful. You know what I mean? The goal is in us. Exactly. Zachariah Stitchens confused us and told us that they were looking for gold. So then everybody started doing this and that for gold. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So now that we know, see, the reptilians was honest. Theirs was fear. There was loose, right? So they started putting this loose, making this loose come from the body, move to the mind in order to manipulate that loose that goes into the ether, right? This is the negative, the fear energy, right? So the reptilians started putting us in fear, right? And they were feeding off of the loosh that feeds the reptilian part of your brain. Allegedly, supposedly, right? There's a reptilian part of the brain. That reptilian part of the brain feeds the Draco constellation in our sky. right? So when we was pumping that loose into our brain, it was actually feeding the Draconians or the Draconians constellation, right? So now that the light of Lyran is back on, right, we have to put a different variation of a sort into the brain, right, that is actually feeding the Safarian or Lyran part of the brain, which is considered to be knowledge and wisdom. So once we start putting the knowledge and wisdom back in our brain, it feeds a different constellation in the sky. And this is considered the actual passing of the torch. This is why, according to our Olympics, we do the passing of the torch, because every 26,000 years, something like that, this takes place in the universe. The universe is passing the power to the next zodiac or to the next air, the next sky, the next. This is why we're moving from Pisces to Aquarius. One's in the chat if you understand. One's in the chat. I don't want to go too in depth in it and then confuse everybody. And then everybody's like, man, what the freak? What the heck? What nah? What the this? What the that? So one's in the chat if you understand. One's in the chat if you understand. If not, hey, listen, let it marinate. Let it marinate. I promise you, it's gonna come to you. You know, sometimes it's a slow creep. Sometimes knowledge can be a slow creep. Knowledge creep up on you slowly, but it's there though. It's there. I promise you, it's there. All right, it's all there. Okay, knowledge, wisdom, greater understanding. Okay, they don't want to tell you about this. I want to tell you about this. Okay, let's talk about it. In my Shaq voice, let's talk about it.
3 levels of sacred marriage. 3 levels of sacred marriage. Level 1 of sacred marriage is building wings. Level 2 of sacred marriage is the building of the blue, crystal lotus heart. Level 3 of sacred marriage is Hieros Gamos, the hydroplasmic liquid light of the risen and embodied Christos principle.
Now, you might not understand what that means. Like Hieros, Gamos, right? All of this stuff is the Trinity within inside the vessel, right? It is the Father, the Mother coming together to make forth the Son, right? The energies that is inside the vessel. This is a harmonic energy that moves up and down your spinal cord. Do you get what I'm saying? This is a harmonic energy that moves up and down your spinal cord. Okay. Now, this is also one of the reasons why they played the whole thing with the witches and the black sea, or the sea that turns black, right? This is that that coal, right? That moves up and down your spinal cord. It becomes black, right? As you feed it, variations of things, so on and so forth. It becomes a black sea, right? So this is like you have the holy sea, right, with inside the vessel, which is a clean water that moves up and down the spinal cord, also known as Kratos energy, right? And then you have a black sea. Now you can tie this to your kundalini, whatever you want to say, the serpent that coils at the base of the spine, or the dam that is plugged up at the base of the spine, right? Or you can have a deeper understanding for this and understand that this river is running upward, right? These are the flows of the river when the river runs upward, right? But this energy actually comes from the brain. What are you interested in? This builds a secretion inside the body. Now, of course, through your legs and stuff, you can pump this secretion, testosterone, right? You can pump this secretion or testosterone. This is why in the book, you know, Benjamin's mother actually was weak kneed and met weak kneed because she was born in the lower vibrational frequencies as far as zodiac signs go. She was a representation of one of the lower zodiac signs that comes from the thighs, right? If you look into it a little bit deeper. So all of these stories are allegories about where this energy comes from in the body, right? Nazareth coming from the lower part of the body, moving to Bethlehem, which is considered to be the house of bread, or the bread basket, which is your, stomach, right? So these are stories of a journey in the body of mankind, right? So when you start putting them together, you'll have a deeper understanding for this. Okay. There's a deeper understanding for it. We're going to get into it. All right. This is the masculine and feminine energy of the vessel. And we're going to understand it. Allegedly, supposedly.
Through the
Just some
perfect
stuff.
union of the two
Just
forces,
some
as
stuff.
an example of the gender principle with Adam and Eve in the waters of sex with chastity, the pillar of the Hermai is perfected and made into the image of God through the hierogamic union of the inner Christos Sophia, represented in alchemy of unified polarities. In this term of hermaphrodite we see Mercury, Hermes, uniting with the goddess. Her name is Venus or Aphrodite. When Hermes and Aphrodite unite they form hermaphrodite, the perfect balance of unified male and female principle. A hermaphrodite really, truly has nothing to do with what people currently think that it is. Satanic forces have defiled its meaning through the imposter spirit of Baphomet.
Allegedly, supposedly.
The deeper mystical understanding of hermaphrodite is the etymology of the word comes from the union between Mercury and Venus, Hermes Aphrodite, and is the hierogamic union of a god and goddess, a perfected and whole being, the perfect balance and union between masculine and feminine, united as one.
Allegedly.
When we enter the sexual act, we mimic that process in varying degrees of consciousness. We enter into a sacred temple, the union of polarities to form a unity. Ignorant and subjected to the sexual misery programming on the earth, but we lust, jealousy, pride, arrogance, with animal desire, the how. When we think with the negative ego mind and allow the imposter spirit to dwell inside of us, we do not have a clean, pure temple. Our inner temple has been made into a brothel. 1.
All right. So when this is talking, it's talking about what are you letting into yourself, right? Are you letting the lust, the greed, the jealousy, the pride, the arrogance, all of these other desires that is feeding the house of ego, right? Remember, the ego must perish, right? Now you're trying to figure out, how do you let your ego perish in a world where it took your pride and ego to get you out of some of the environments that you were in, right? You had to stand up for yourself in the workplace. You had to stand up for yourself at school. You had to stand up, right? So all of these things are building the ego, right? So how do you put that to the side? How do you, separate? How do you differentiate, whatever that word is, right? So this is something that is installed within inside of us, right? The feeding of these houses of ego, right? This is inside of us, right? This is why Solomon wrote about the 72 demons of the soul of man, because all of these things live in the different houses of ego. And a lot of people don't want to admit it, right? But that's what we're down here battling, right? That's why this is a gladiator school, right? Because we're down here battling different variations of pride, ego. Some people are battling on different battlefields. Some people are on a carnal battlefield where they're always making it a physical fight, right? Some people are on a higher battlefield where it's a intellectual battle or a debate, as they say, right? So it's still the same thing. You call it an argument when you're in the physical of it. That's when you're dealing with feelings and emotions, right? F and E's. That's why I say I don't like dealing with F and E's. Now, when you're dealing with a debate, it's about facts and merits. Do you have the facts to back up what you're saying? Do you have the merits? Do you have the proof? So on and so forth, right? This is part of digging for the truth, right? Now, however, we are all down here searching for the truth, and people are going about it different ways, right? Some people are saying that in order to get this truth, you got to have excess amount of money, and you have to give me that money in order to get this truth. Thus far, I'm going to put it in a book, and I'm going to sell you that book, right? So there's different people doing different things with what is actually coming in from the world, right? So at one time, once upon a time, right, you can say valid Thor, came down here and he gave variations of knowledge about the Galactic Federation, or what he considered to be the Galactic Federation. And he moved through time, and they couldn't do nothing. He was one of the only people that had access to like the Pentagon or different variations of the Pentagon, but didn't really have no military history or whatever you want to call it. Allegedly, supposedly, right? Allegedly, supposedly, you can look these names up, Valid, Thor, whatever you want to call it, right? So according to the history of man, there's been different variations of things that went on that said we was not, you know, the only ones here, or someone is moving through different variations of times, people, places, or things, right? There's been different movies that shows you that something is moving through us. There's a wave of something that moves through us, right? Something could take place with our vessel where we can achieve a higher evolution of knowing, or a higher evolution of knowledge, right? But if knowledge is being pushed out the world, if knowledge was being suppressed, I mean, remember at one point it was strange. You guys don't remember how strange it was? They went around to everybody's houses and collect books. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember a time in history where they went around and collected the books in everybody's house? Y'all don't that fragment is not in you guys' life water? That's not in your mind? Oh, okay. Y'all might not have been reincarnated in that particular era when they did that at that particular time. See, when you get in touch with your Akashic records, you get fragments of all this knowledge, right? You get fragments of all this knowledge. You remember a time when someone ruled 3 different continents at the same time. You remember a time when someone ruled in peace and love, and people became jealous about that peace and love that he ruled in. Oh, that was a great time when this person ruled in peace and love. Oh, they took all the pieces of that love and split it up amongst 12 of them. They split it up amongst 12 of them. And they all said, with this peace, I'm going to create a nation. With this peace, I'm going to create a nation. And they all went and created different forms of nations that they stole from one particular persona that ruled in true peace. Yeah, nobody really understands these times. They were so long ago. But somewhere in your life water, you remember something of the notion of it. But let's get to this. Okay. Let's get to this. Let's keep reading. Just keep reading. Just keep reading. Just keep reading. La, la, la. So this is when, like, okay, so the time of Lilith, when Lilith tried to rule, so on and so forth. And then God created Eve because man needed, okay. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. But these are energies inside the vessel, so on and so forth. So let's break this down a little bit.
When we take the 7 facial orifices and unite them with male sexual orifice and dimensional portals, we get the number 12, 12. The correct pattern of the electrical spin for the universal male principle is 12, 12. The same architecture in the planet body is the 12-tree grid, and when the 12, 12 is projected as the first image of God as a human, Adam, it is called the Albion. The geometric form of 6 is inherently connected to the sexual organs of a female. When we take the 7 facial orifices and unite them with female sexual orifice and dimensional portals, we get the number 13, 13. The correct pattern of the electrotonal spin for the universal female principle is 13, 13. The same architecture exists in the planetary core as Mother Arc. When the 1313 is projected as the first sound field of God from the universal creatrix, it descends the Holy Spirit, and the colors created fill the Albion with a palette of colored music. This music is called the Kathar. When these electromagnetic patterns of male Albion star code and female Kathar star code unite in balance with each other, they create the rod and staff. See male and female principal stars.
Okay. Now, you guys remember the different journeys. You guys remember them saying, like, thy rod and my staff be with me, right? These are different things of notions of what's taking place inside the vessel, right? These are things that's taking place inside the vessel, right? These are how you are connected to the universe in different variations of ways through the orifices of your body in a form of what fluids are coming in and going out, right? The operation of the holy sea within inside the vessels of mankind with the this is the twin flame gender, principle, masculine energy, feminine energy, right? They trap some people in different variations of this, right? Where you think that there's a outside notion of this flame that you're looking for, right? So you're looking for a physical person to come into your life and bring this part of that flame, right? And then you're looking at, the different variations of it. But these are different points of understanding, right? When you look at the Star of David, the Star of David is considered a 5-point or a 6-point, however you're looking at this, because it's a 5-point. So it is literally the same thing that Allah is, which is arm, leg, arm, head. It is the 5-point star, right? This is the numeric 5 when the body and the man, so on and so forth, representing. This is also where the VV comes in. The VV is supposed to be the arms, the hooks, and the legs, the VV programming, right? So all of these things are different notions of the same thing. They're different variations of notions of the same thing, the same principles, right? So we're going to dive into that. We're going to get into that, and we're going to dare to learn. Is y'all with me? Is y'all with me? One's in the chat, man. One's in the chat. Do y'all want to learn a little bit today? Is today a learning day? Is today a good learning day? Let me know. TikTok, come on. Y'all can come over to YouTube, Ralph DaWise on YouTube or Energy of Atlas 111. We're over there. You can see a different screen besides this. See, over here on TikTok, you can just hear my voice. Okay. Over there, you can see what it is that we're looking at and reading and talking about. But listen, today's a good day, right? Today's a good day for you guys. We y'all know we be digging into that negative stuff all the time. We be breaking down that negative stuff all the time, but you got to know what it is to be energetically balanced. You get what I'm saying? Every day is school. Absolutely, every day is school. No matter how old you get, you always got to keep learning, keep learning. But yeah, so you got to understand this balance that has to take place within inside of you. You know what I mean? You have to understand this balance that's taking place inside of you. Your waters are raging, things are changing inside of your vessel. You feel it, you know it. Some of y'all that haven't dreamed are dreaming a little bit again. Things are changing. You're like, man, what's going on? You don't have nobody that's giving you the proper, mental grounding right now. Come on, y'all know I'm telling the truth. That's why the Discord be so, that's why everybody just like sitting in the Discord. Sometimes you just sitting in that space, just knowing that you sitting in that space and you got that group around is comfort, you know? They sit over there and they know like shit, don't make me speak. I got 15 people in here rocking with us, So it'd be different. It'd be different when you got a group, you got a collective, you can create a wave. Our wave is different. Our wave come with love. A lot of people, they pretend. You see it. Y'all see what we go through. Y'all see what we go through. Nobody want to talk about the love that we put out there, right? We done show love to a lot of content creators in a short amount of time, and we only getting bigger. The people coming over from TikTok, the people that's becoming a part of the family, becoming a part of the Discord. We on multiple platforms. Like we really, what I'm saying, we really wave different. You know what I mean? We really wave different, and we only getting bigger. So lock in with us. Lock in with us. So let's listen real quick. Let's listen. Hopefully everything, it's just a conversation. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. It's just a conversation. People are intrigued by this stuff, okay? You can't shut this stuff down because people are intrigued by it, okay? People are ready to learn new things. You could tell. You could tell. We're ready. We're ready for the world.
The male sexual organs represent the material body of creation in the numerology of 5, 5. When the
Whoa.
male body is circulating energy and connecting with all earthly elements,
Okay,
it is
Sash,
represented by the
down to it.
5-pointed star geometry, which is known as the pentagram. This is man represented in the microcosm, symbolizing our place in the macrocosm and the Hermetic philosophy, as above, so below. The example can be visualized by Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man as a 5-pointed star. We can understand why the pentagram has been flung around as a symbol of fear and Satan by those uninformed to its true meaning. We cannot be terrified of what we are actually composed of and created from, as a part of our gender principle. Whether we are in a male body or female body, until we are activated in our true spiritual and female principle, we remain the symbol of a 5-pointed star.
See?
This is the earth human before it conjoins with heaven or the animating Holy Spirit to build the staff.
See?
2.
See? Now, what you don't understand that to be saying, it is telling you the same story that's written in the book, right? Moses strengthened his staff, which he turned that serpent into a staff, right? The serpent that coils at the base of your spine, right? It later starts rising up your spine and reaches your pineal, right? Thus far unifying with the feminine energy in the vessel, the masculine energy unifying with the feminine energy in the vessel at the pineal, the meeting place, right? And then it's becoming the staff, right? That ruled the body, right? So now that our kundalini, our serpent, is no longer punished in the root chakra to coil at the base of our spine, it now is rising up the base of our spine, forcing us to get right with the chakra systems inside the body, so on and so forth. So it is changing or altering the trials and tribulations that you might be facing down here in this physical world or on this physical plane. Hope that makes sense. If not, this is for entertainment purposes only. And this is just allegedly, okay? Allegedly. We have to keep on repeating that so no one gets the bright idea that this is some sort of whatever. This is just a conversation. Okay. We all like to be a part of different variations of conversations, right? One's in the chat, one's in the chat. This is just a conversation, right? We're not harming nobody. One's in the chat, one's in the chat. You like this learning. We like this. We like this learning. We're not doing nothing. We're not doing nothing. We're just learning some different stuff. That's it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like learning different stuff. I do. I do. Y'all make sure y'all join the YouTube. Make sure y'all join the TikTok. Make sure y'all join the Discord, right? So this is different variations of knowledge, right? So there is different energies that's moving. Women, you guys have a vessel too that brings forth, and this is where the multi-dimension, allegedly, supposedly, this is where the multi-dimension stuff comes in at. When we are intaking each other's fluids or sharing each other's fluids, you can pretty much almost see the intent of that person or a mirror of these different variations of tints. Women, you know that to be true the most because you have different variations of dreams about men that you be with or been with, and you might not tell them about these dreams, but I know y'all secret. I know the secret y'all been hiding from the world about these different fluids and stuff. I know what's going on. Ain't no shh. Don't shh me now. I know what's going on. Okay, ain't no shh. Cats out the bag. I'm telling. Huh? Huh? I'm telling. Don't shush me now. I'm telling. Y'all have been playing the game. Y'all been taking in these fluids and manipulating us. Y'all been knowing shit before we do the shit because y'all knew the shit because y'all was taking. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. This is why y'all wake up out y'all sleep and start swinging, talking about I had a dream that you did this and you did that. This is Yup. I seen they did it. I seen they did it. No, don't laugh now. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. I know what y'all been doing now. Mm-hmm. Got to guard my fluids a little bit tougher. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The female sexual organs represent heaven, or the spiritual principle of creation, the unification of earth with heaven, and is represented in the numerology of 666. When the female spiritual principle unites with all of the 5 principal earthly elements, the 6th point of the heavenly staff is created. The staff is the vertical connection to the Godhead, which is represented in the evolution of the 5-pointed star to the 6-pointed star. This is represented in the 6-pointed star geometry, which is also widely known as the Merkaba star, or Star of David. The Star of David is taken from the term House of David, referring to the Davidic dynasty that appears many times in the Bible. This is actually quite confusing, as the namesake of the Davidic line of kings is actually passed down through the mother, the Holy Spirit bloodline, and belongs to the matriarchal lineage.
Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? It's passed down through the mother. Did you hear that? Did you hear? It's passed down through the mother. Did you hear that? You can't have a spiritual awakening through the father aspect or the father gene, because this is something that's in RN part of the DNA, and that comes from the mom during the time of conception, during the time that this seed is placed, right? That's where, that's why the principle of it is the 5-point star and the 6-point star coming together, which is a man standing in front of a woman, which is fornication, right? These are the secrets of the rituals, right? These are the secrets of the rituals that are given to mankind. That's why it's talking about the organs, right? Your organs, through these sexual organs, this is where these portal lies. This is where that's why it's more important to know about this. We were supposed to know about this. We were supposed to know this is sacred energy. This is energy that is supposed to be sacred. It's supposed to be built up. It's supposed to be passed on righteously, so on and so forth. We don't know that. Even animals know that. That's why they have mating season. They not mating all around, except for maybe rabbits. But this is why they got mating season, because they build it up. Even a lion. You go look at and study a lion. A lion only gonna give you 30 seconds of some quick stuff. Then that lion gonna rest for a little bit. Then you're gonna get another 30 seconds. Then that lion gonna rest for a little bit. And the lion is the laziest animal. You know who the second laziest animal is known to man? The second laziest animal? The lion is first. And he the king of the jungle. Anybody know what the second is? Anybody know what the second laziest animal on the planet is? Come on. It's easy. It's probably easy. It's easy. You probably
Lineage. Perhaps the Star of David should be renamed
right.
the Star of Nitzaveh, the supposed mother of King David. The female principle is represented here as the Holy Spirit descended from heaven. She incorporates the balanced male principle on earth within her, and animates spirit to both male and female energy to birth unification. Thus, the 6-pointed Merkaba star represents unity through energetic balance introduced through the female spiritual principle. Many occult practices have abused this symbol for witchcraft and conjuring satanic forces. This does not mean this symbol is inherently dark or evil. It means the mother principle and her creative forces are being abused by selfish black magicians. When her principle is reversed, as we are well aware, it is anti-life, anti-heaven, and forms the satanic belly of the beast. 666. Satanic forces are born out of the rape and pillage of the fallen female principle, misogyny, and the sacrilege.
It said, all right.
Means the mother principle and her creative forces are being abused by selfish black magicians. When her principle is reversed, as we are well aware, it is anti-life, anti-heaven, and forms the satanic belly of the beast. 666.
Right? It tells you that the satanic belly of the beast is a woman's scorn, right? So it's telling you when you have when you're birthing something out of a woman's scorn, someone who's went through it, someone who, you're birthing it out of the belly of the beast. This is where the 666 come from. These are different energies that are coming in and out the vessels, right? So when you're bringing life into this world, and you're bringing life into this world in a, bad household, so on and so forth, the life water remembers this stuff, right? I took a deep understanding for this of why it is masculine energies keep coming against me. Masculine energies keep fighting me, keep on trying. Like, listen, this is something that is embedded in my life water. This whole pissing match that they keep coming with. They keep wanting to battle wits. They keep wanting to battle, and it's not just masculine energy. It's a feminine masculine, right? It's like a Lilith energy, right? No matter how much you humble yourself to these energies, they still keep on coming out the woodworks to tell you that they don't want you to be seen in a good light, right? And you got to keep thinking about this. When this constantly happens to you your whole life, listen, this been happening to me since I was 12 years old. Since I was 12 years old, right? And it started happening in the weirdest way because it was like one day before my birthday, I had got burnt with hot grease. Like hot grease off the stove. I got burnt with hot grease one day before my birthday. This was like my 12th birthday, right? By my 13th birthday, I'm in group homes. I'm in group homes, right? I'm prepped for the foster care system. Got taken away from my dad, all of this stuff, right? But I kept on asking, like, why do these people keep? I'm happy to be here in this world. I smiled through all of it, right? Through all the group homes, I smiled through them. People were getting upset about doing the dishes. I was like, I'll do the dishes. I was making it a game to do dishes. Like I was in there doing dishes, washing spoons and stuff like that, seeing what the like people were like, man, why? And this was a bit like this was when it was like 16 people in the house. It was like 8 girls, 8 boys in the whole damn house. And you had to really like wash dishes and cook for these big ass groups of people, so on and so forth. Right. And I'm in there, but I was making the best of whatever life was getting thrown at me, you know. Yes, I didn't have no phone calls coming through. Yes, on holidays, nobody came to pick me up to visit me or anything like that. And you was moving from program to program. Like they had like a 90-day system. All the foster care people that's out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. They got a 90-day system, not including, weekends, right? So after those 90 days, they have to shuffle you around and move you to another group home to keep their money coming in, keep the funds coming in. Remember, they sign on for you and they get money from signing you in there. So they got to rotate you out in order to get money for the next person. And then after those, your 90 days is up, they rotate you out. You go to another place for about 90 something days, and then they rotate you out. But it's really based on 30 days. So every 30 days, based on whether you're good or not, you can get an extension. So you're there for 30 days. And then, if you're good, they might extend you and you get another 30 days there. Right. And then if you good, they get another 30 days. But after that, the extent, the 30, you get what I'm saying? Like nothing was stable. Like I never had stability. It was nothing stable. Like it was like, look, you got your bag, you got your 5 outfits, 5 pants, 5 shirts, this, that, and the third. And you really just there waiting for your next move, waiting for your next group home, waiting for your, you know what I mean? So you had no choice. Like me personally, I said, man, listen, I'm gonna live in my mind. I'm gonna make the best of this shit. I'm gonna laugh. I laughed. I made the best of it. People was looking like, man, you happy? You always like you trying to? No, the fuck. I want family to visit me. I want to go. I don't have that. I don't have that. So why am I going to beat myself up? Why am I going to sit in depression? It sometimes it make other people feel good to see you sit in depression. Sometimes it makes do you listen? I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. Sometimes it makes other people feel good to watch you at your lowest. Why? Listen, I'm telling you, change up the way you approach people, right? Change it up. When people ask you how things going, say good, say great. Don't let nobody know that you going through low vibrational shit, right? And watch how short your conversations start getting with people. Watch how much people stop talking to you, or because they want to know the messed up shit you going through. When you somebody say, "Man, what's going on? How's everything?" When you be like, "Man, it's all bad. This going on, that going on." They like, "Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that." But inside, they like, "Yes, someone who got it worse than me." Right? Start telling them everything good. Start telling them you good, everything good. They're gonna be like, "What, man?" Tell them everything great. Start telling people everything great, and watch what they do. They'll bring you their bullshit. They're gonna be like, "Man, I wish everything was great with me. Shit, I got this going on, that going on." I'm telling you, watch. You'll start seeing a different like reality of this world. You'll be like, "Man, what the?" They like seeing you go through some shit. They want to pull on your feeling. They want to get some strings attached to you. You get what I'm saying? They want to get some strings attached to you. Once I found out that people was manipulating me through trauma bonding, I cut all strings to trauma bonding. I don't be talking about the group homes I've been in. I don't be talking about the shit that I went through in my past, with family members and stuff like that. My mom having 13 kids, my grandma having 15 kids, me not having no contact with none of them. Like, I don't talk about that stuff because people manipulate those traumas, right? My foster parent told me one time when he got mad, he say, "That's why your dad whipped your ass." That's what he said to me when he got mad. I said, "Damn, you wouldn't even have knew my dad whooped my ass if I didn't tell you. So you using what I told you against me as soon as you get mad." And a lot of times we run across these situations where people learn you to use you against you when they mad at you. You know, it might not be that, but people learn you to use you. That's why I became good with all my scars. You hear me? Listen to me. That's why I became good with all my scars. It's not a thing they can tell me about me that I have not already accepted about me, right? There's not nothing in my past that they can bring up about me that's going to make me say, "Damn, I feel shame again. Damn, I feel." They can't. This is why they don't come over to talk to me. This is why they don't come. All of them sit there and watch from the shadows. They watch in the back. But this is why they don't come over to actually talk to me, right? I accepted me, whether I'm slinging, danging, ding-a-linging, or whatever. I'm cool with me. They not cool with them. They not cool with me. They not cool with me because I'm so cool with me. I'm my own best friend. I'm cool with me like that. They think that they can tarnish me, say something that's going to put me in guilt. I should feel guilty about this. I should feel guilty about that. You should feel bad about this. You shouldn't be that. You shouldn't. No, what? Listen, all my life, nobody wanted to recognize the good things that I was doing. So you think I'm gonna stop doing the good things that I'm doing because y'all don't like the recognition of good things? Think about that. That's your mindset. That once again, that plays on the mindset of the person who's telling the story, right? If you want to tell a story about somebody, you going listen. If I'm a villain in your book, continue to write your story. That's your story. You have every right to make me out to be the villain in your book. I'm not trying to be friends with nobody down here. The universe told me that if I aim to please the universe, my friends down here would be few. So I'm cool with not having no friends. You know, I got family though. The Atlas family, Cyber Nation, the Discord. We on y'all tops and we not letting up. And when you come at them, you come at me because that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what a true unity is. We stand for what's right. That's it. When I'm wrong, I get checked. I get checked when I'm wrong, you know? But one thing y'all hate to come back and tell me is I was right. Hey, Atlas family. Hey, Atlas family. Don't they hate coming back telling us we was right? Hey. Hey, Atlas family. Don't they hate coming back telling us we was right? Damn, y'all was right. Damn, y'all was right. Yeah, and we done saved plenty of them. We done saved plenty of them. They had to come back and say, damn, y'all was right. Y'all was right. Did he do that? Y'all was right. Did he do it? Y'all was right. All right, we're going to skip the male parts and go straight into the women parts, okay? We're going to read this for y'all real quick, okay? We're going to read this for y'all real quick. Real quick, one time for your mind.
Organs are internal and her rectum, vagina.
Hold on.
When we start to learn more about how we are made in the gender principle of creation,
My fault.
Right
I didn't put the
and destroyed, and why disinformation is spread in every way
put it up
possible.
there. Can y'all hear it now?
When the earth element in the male principle unifies with the spiritual force of the female principle and their gender energy is balanced through sacred union, heaven is united with the earth. Some women may be orientated in their mental body and expressing themselves as males.
Too deep.
Some men may be orientated in the feeling body and heart and expressing themselves as
Much
females.
for y'all. Let me
Some
know.
people balance both principles.
I had to back up on
It is
number.
important to understand both are equal in value and both are required to be in balance in order to achieve hierogamic union, heaven on earth. Let us review all 6 of the female sexual organs that function as a portal of consciousness to other dimensions. Cervix opening to uterus. Right ovary. Left ovary. Rectum. Vagina. Clitoris/urethra. Because female sexual organs are mostly internal, and there is a culture of misogyny on the earth, the female organs have a much higher vulnerability to energetic attack from consistent sexual abuse. A woman, because her sexual organs are internal and her cervical opening is accessible through sexual intercourse, can incur much more damage to her spiritual energies.
Y'all listening?
Whatever thought forms are held in the person that enters a woman's body and accesses her cervical opening, will be implanted there. So,
Boom. Did you hear what it said? It clearly said, whatever thought form that is planted in the person that is entering that woman, right? They are planting their thoughts into that other person. Did you hear that? I don't know. This is why you got to make sure I know a lot of y'all like a bad guy. This is why I say y'all got to make sure y'all men is reading and doing, practicing good things and good thoughts, because when they go to put something in you, they leaving these thoughts there in you, these fucked up thoughts, these negative thoughts. So y'all can keep going after the bad guy if y'all want to, but that's why y'all keep on having these nightmares and shit like that. That's why people keep unaliving and shit like that, because this motherfucker is not good. They not thinking about nothing good. They thinking about greed. How can they take over somebody? How can they get in the next man's pocket? So on and so forth. So y'all got to be very, 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 very the diligent of who y'all throwing the cootie cat at. All right, y'all fucking up the world, okay? Y'all put negative thoughts into the universe by allowing these sleazy ass men, these nasty ass men, these negative thinking ass men to skeet all in y'all, okay? Now I said it. Fuck it. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. Make them learn some shit before you give them the cootie cat, okay? I said it. Make them read a couple of books before you give them the cootie cat. I said it. Put some knowledge in their head before you give them the cootie cat, okay? I said it. They out here thinking bad thoughts and shit. I'm gonna make it hard for you dumb niggas to get some cootie cat. I'm gonna make it hard for a dumb nigga to get cootie cat in this in this new world. Dumb niggas don't get no cootie cat. Stop giving these dumb niggas cootie cat. Dumb niggas don't get no cootie cat. Dumb niggas don't get no cootie cat. This cootie cat for intelligence niggas only. Intelligence niggas, dumb niggas don't get no cootie cat. All right.
So if a woman has sex with a man who does not love her, is possessed by lust, violence, or entities during sexual intercourse, those entities will transfer into her body through the cervical opening. This is why rape is a serious spiritual violation and hurts women in every area of their body, making it very hard for them to heal from that event. Until the implant of the rape and offending entity is...
you just gonna keep saying it. Pause. Damn, AI. I'm trying to get you to teach the people some shit, and you going into this whole word that you keep repeating excessively. You repeated that shit 3 times in the course of a minute. You can't be doing that, AI, right? We already scratching the borderline of this shit, just putting this knowledge out there. So you definitely can't mess it up for us by, repeatedly saying shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know what to do. I don't know how to clean it. I got to take a break or something. I got to, maybe put a song on or something. I don't know. You messing it up for us, AI, man. Come on. You got to do better than that. Any moment, at any moment, you know what I mean? Any moment, you just can't do that, AI. So y'all see how AI be doing me? Y'all see how AI be doing me? AI be tripping.
But we gotta be ready for him. Emergency, I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. I'ma stay right here for this plastic, God take breath from me. I'm sipping his hand and he just pain, but it ain't helping. My little nigga going against the grain and that shit stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the gang, he paid the price. I was young in the rush for the money, my hunger for paper and saved my life. And I should get saved tonight. If you wanna lick shit, we can get rich quick, we can get paid tonight. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but no wanna go down. You gonna do anything to get it, but where you gonna go out? Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder for hire. You killed a nigga, you don't know if you gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, though, real talk. Hey. Fight my demon. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons. Fight my demons. It's me against these demons. Me against these demons. Whoa, I'm fighting these demons up in this ghost. I'm fighting these demons, I'm on the ropes. They came with a beam up under my coat. Get hit in the spleen if you want to smoke. That money be green, so niggas on go. I'm looking so clean, I used to be broke. Remember they laughed at me and they choked. Gave them the ball and nigga they chose. Tables turn out, nigga, you go. My little nigga don't follow no code. Follow no code, no code.
My niggas follow me like the Pope.
Stand on my word and stand by the consequence. They say I'm heartless, thanks for the compliment. I sing it dead, homie, yelling company. VMG gang, and bitch, we incompetent. Don't wanna hear that shit, I gotta kill that shit. Legally militant, I can get ignorant, we not considerate. Niggas do silly shit, we get the drilling shit. Guilty and innocent.
Don't give a fuck about bystander.
I can pull up in the Highlander. Don't take no slander. Don't take no slander. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You'll do anything to get it, boy. You gon' go down.
Why they don't know where to go?
Gotta think about it. 187. Murder for hire. You killed the nigga, you don't know if you gon' go to heaven. Gotta chop that shit over,
that's not gonna make it. It's a lot of people that's not gonna make it.
Fight my demons, fight my demons. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons.
What they doing? What they doing? They out here
fight my demons. Fight my demons. It's me against these demons. Me against these demons.
Hey, lock in with us. Lock in with us. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe, salutation, shalom. Listen to me. Listen to me. We good. We good in this world. I just want y'all to understand this is where the 5 and the 6 points come in at. This is where the 5 points come in at, right? The 5 points of the interests of a woman, right? This is where the five, this is coming from a man, right? The 5 is coming from a man. The 6 is coming from a woman, right? In the womb of man, right? So these are the parts of a man. We can go over those parts, right? This is where sexual possession comes in at. People don't really like to speak about this, but this is where, you know, protecting your vessel, you're going to have to understand this that comes with this, right? This is your sacral energy, so on and so forth. So you got to understand this stuff. You got to understand this stuff that comes with the vessel. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? All right. So look, we're gonna play help tag. All right, we're gonna play help tag. So as you can see right on the screen, we got love is love on the screen. The next person that puts this person name in, that's who gets put on the screen next. So this is the love is love, right? You see, like this person did it, right? This person got the other person's name, but y'all got to put this person's name or Hummingbird's name because Hummingbird was the one up. Come on, somebody drop a love is love Hummingbird, and then the next one go on to the next one, go on to the next one. But y'all got to be fast. Y'all got to be quick about it. Y'all being slow. This stuff only takes place for a minute. See, boom. See, the next person got to put this person's name. See, you late. First come, first serve. See, pick it up. You got to pick it up. You ain't picking it up. You got to pick it up. See, this person picked it up. They picked it up. See, Trina, they doubled down on you. They picked it up. See, y'all late. Y'all is late. Y'all is late. Y'all is late. You got to be faster than that. You got to be quicker than that. It's a new name, a new game, and you ain't doing it fast enough because you lame. No, I'm joking. Hold up. Somebody did it. Did you just you might have cheated. You put Batista done she done snuck her name in there. You gotta get it. She done snuck her name in there. Oh, this is on TikTok. We on YouTube right now doing this. We doing this on YouTube. TikTok. We doing this on YouTube. See, now everybody just putting love is love to somebody. You see how that works right there? You see how that works? This is just it's just a come on, every man, love change, love change, love change. Okay, so listen, when you get into this is where the 5 and the 6s come from, right? This is where the manipulation of, certain levels of energies come from, right? When you're taking in certain levels of fluids, VI, these different portals of the vessel, right? That's why, hermaphrodite was a representation of the union of these energies that's inside. So this is the proper union, right? How one becomes equally yoked, right? So you got to understand what it is to become equally yoked, right? So when you realize like these are different variations of crystals that are inside the body, these crystals are part of something that is taking place with the transformation of mankind, right? So these are the things that's happening inside of your body, right? So the Christ seed, these different seeds that could be placed, this is the time for these seeds to start awakening. These different seeds that are inside of our body, they are awakening now under this new sun. So this new sun could allegedly possibly be activating
The
different
permanent seed
seeds.
atom or the Christ seed starts coming online when the monad starts connecting to the body. Higher spirit body starts connecting to the body at the thymus level and starts adjusting the heart pattern. It causes change in hormones, endocrine, biorhythms like a domino effect, and the monad starts coming online. This is about igniting the Christ consciousness eternal seed atom and bringing that online. The monadic spark starts to connect to the seed atom, which holds the blueprint for Christ consciousness and our crystal lotus body. This is the seed that the controllers are attempting to crush or stop from flowering in the human population. They want to crush the permanent seed atom in the thymus gland, which is the 8th chakra, which is where the monad starts coming in and actually connecting into the physical body. 3.
All right. So this is why the Aquarius sky, which is the thighs, however you want to look at this fluid that is pumped up through the lower part of your body, this is how it enters Jerusalem. It first enters Jerusalem at the age of 12, roughly 13. This is Jerusalem is your brain. The Christ is a energy that is inside the body, that is a harmonic energy. It comes up from your testicles and rises up your spinal cord to enter the brain. Or if you are building it based off intentions, then I guess whatever you are aroused to, whatever your hormones are building in that fluid, that's where it's building at, so on and so forth. So once again, these stories are told over and over and over again about the pumping of these energies that are inside the body, right? One's in the chat if you understand what it's saying. One's in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. And listen, don't be afraid to hit the Cash App one time, hit the PayPal one time. Everything is greatly appreciated. Listen, we trying to build a greater union with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, right? You might not understand a lot of this because you're not meant to be under it. Okay, you're not meant to be under it. You're supposed to understand this. Okay, so it's about understanding. All right, understanding is one thing, but this is understanding. It's different. Remember, people always say it's levels to this shit. You right? It's levels to this, right? And not to take away the level that somebody else is on, but listen, we on a higher level over here. Okay, we are really on a higher level over here. I don't tell everybody all of this because everything ain't for everybody. You got to make sure that you get the collective that is worth protecting, that's worth giving this knowledge to. This is very important knowledge. Whoa. We can't go down to that picture. We can't go down to that picture to the endocrine system. We might have to do a different class in the Discord. We might have to do a different class in the Discord. Okay. So this is hormonal energy, right? This is where that whole 33 comes in at. The energy of Christ. Christ is a consciousness, Christ-like energy, ether being poured back into this world. Yahweh, so on and so forth, which they later changed to Yahweh. But we can get into all of that now. We are free to put this knowledge back into circulation. So we're in a time of knowledge. We're in a time of knowing. So we can put this knowledge back into circulation, right? Now, then we get to also pick and choose who pushes this knowledge out there. So if you like the understanding that we're giving, if you like it, then donate to this so we can grow in this level of knowledge and this level of interpretation and this level of commitment of this knowledge, right? You know, and for the people that's on TikTok, listen, you can subscribe to the page. You see the subscription button. You see it's 4 people on there now. We would like to reach our goal of 15. The more people subscribe to the page, the more TikTok sees that this is something that people want to learn. People want to, you know, care to don't be deceived, my brother. Okay, don't be deceived then. You have no idea I'm tapped into. Okay, if you're just gonna come in and start typing fast and trying to say a bunch of stuff, I get it. You are the mystery, false inner workings of the matrix, and you reveal all things. And we got to come to your page in order to check out the revealing of it. Get it? I get it.
Hormones serve to communicate between organs and tissues for physiological regulation and behavioral activities such as digestion, metabolism, respiration, tissue function, sensory perception, sleep, excretion, lactation, stress induction, growth and development, movement, reproduction, and mood manipulation. A hormone, from the Greek participle romeunou, setting in motion, is any member of a class of signaling molecules, produced by glands in multicellular organisms, that are transported by the circulatory system to target distant organs to regulate physiology and behavior. Hormones have diverse chemical structures, mainly of 3 classes: eicosanoids, steroids, amino acid/protein derivatives, amines, peptides, and proteins.
Allegedly, supposedly,
The glands that
supposedly,
secrete
allegedly.
hormones comprise the
Facts
endocrine
alive.
signaling
The
system.
facts alive.
The term hormone is sometimes extended.
It's allegedly, supposedly, allegedly. The facts alive. The facts alive. All right. So this is just one of those things, okay? Allegedly, supposedly, allegedly. The facts alive. The facts alive. It's the things you do that make you do the things you do, the things you do. Y'all don't remember that song. Y'all don't remember that. Y'all don't remember that. You don't know. Y'all ain't grow up. Y'all ain't grow up with growing pains. Y'all ain't grow up with
Extended to include chemicals produced by cells that affect the same cell, autocrine or intracrine signaling, or nearby cells, paracrine signaling. Hormones affect distant cells by binding to specific receptor proteins in the target cell, resulting in a change in cell function. When a hormone binds to the receptor, it results in the activation of a signal transduction pathway that typically activates gene transcription, resulting in increased expression of target proteins. Non-genomic effects are more rapid and can be synergistic with genomic effects. Amino acid-based hormones, amines and peptide or protein hormones, are water-soluble and act on the surface of target cells via second messengers. Steroid hormones, being lipid-soluble, move through the plasma membranes of target cells.
On all pages, like, I remember that. Don't play with me. We remember that. They on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. So we remember that. Don't play with us. We remember that. And we remember Charles and Charles. We remember Step by Step. We remember As the World Turns. Damn, calm down. I get it. Y'all remember some stuff. I get it. Damn.
Both cytoplasmic and nuclear, to act within their nuclei. Hormone secretion may occur in many tissues. Endocrine glands provide the cardinal example. but specialized cells in various other organs also secrete hormones. Hormone secretion occurs in response to specific
RC wanted to let you know he remember. RC said, I'm gonna put the real. You take the good and take the bad and take them both, and that's what the RC said. Fuck, I'm gonna put the real shit in there, huh? RC said, I'm gonna show you how much I knows it. I'm gonna show you. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and that's you have the facts of RC said. He's singing it in his head right now. RC singing it in his head right now. I can hear him. I can hear him singing it in his head right now. He is singing this shit in his head right now. This man is terrible. RC is singing this shit in his head right now, y'all. This man is terrible. RC, get that shit out your head, RC. Get that shit out your head, RC. The facts are lie. The facts are lie. Get it out your head, RC. Get it out.
Biochemical signals from a wide range of regulatory systems. For instance, serum calcium concentration affects parathyroid hormone synthesis.
All right, you knew to stop. You knew to stop right there, AI. You knew to stop right there, AI. You was about to say some stuff. You can't say the stuff, okay? So basically, all of this stuff that we're talking about, it leads to an importance of a secretion, right? Now, scientists and everything has been studying this secretion, allegedly, supposedly, this secretion, this buildup of a hormonic fluid that is inside the body, preferably moving up and down the spinal cord, right? Now, this fluid has to pass through the atlas bone. The atlas bone is in your neck. It holds up your head. You can look this up. There's an atlas bone in your neck. It is considered the atlas, right? Atlas is one of the what? Titans that was punished to hold up the constellations. Yes, Atlas was one of the titans that was punished to hold up the constellations. Are we all together on this? We're grasping where we're coming from, right? Where this energy is coming from, right? Where this Atlas name comes from, the energy of Atlas comes from. Poseidon's first son, which was a twin, his name was Atlas. It goes back to the Ra head, the Aries and the Taurus of the body, the makeup, the head, right? The brain and the throat, which is the two chakra systems that make up the Ra, right? Now you see where this Atlas energy or energy of Atlas is coming from, right? So it is considered to be the one that holds up the dome. The energy of Atlas has always been doing the same thing since, which is explaining the constellations about the sky and the connection about the brain and so on and so forth. So you have this Atlas bone. This is where the rise of the Titans come in, right? The Atlas bone is considered to be one of the Titans that Zeus punished to hold up the constellations. Zeus is the ruler of what? The sky, the brain, the heavens, right? So now that the Titans are rising, we are back into a knowledgeable thing where certain variations of knowledge is being put back into the heavens, the brain, right? A new heaven, then a new earth, so on and so forth. So this is where all of this come from. Kundalini rising, harmonic energy, the river that flows upward, whether it be the Nile or whether you be in denial of this, knowledge is being put back into this world, into this verse, right? So you can either get with it or get ran over, right? A lot of y'all are going to choose to get ran over because guess what? That's what y'all do. Y'all fight. Y'all refuse knowledge. Y'all don't want to believe that this stuff exists inside the higher realms of oneself. Y'all don't want to believe these different variations of systems, right? pineal, indigo, so on and so forth. But this is what's happening right now. A lot of people are trapped in the astral plane. They don't really understand what's going on, allegedly, supposedly, right? Some of y'all are trapped in the astral plane. You got to realize these different frequencies of the vessel. These things are changing around us. Okay? They changing around us all the time. Okay, now we done stretched this live out. We done did this for 2 hours. We came into our negativity. We came into, a certain level of positivity through the negativity, right? We're here now, right? So we're going to learn. We're going to joke. We're going to laugh. We're going to play. All right. Now, you have to realize this union. You have to realize this connection, right? I can't do nothing for you when it comes to this, right? This is something that you have to want to be a part of. You have to do it willingly, so on and so forth, for greater understanding of oneself, embarking on this journey, however you participate in it. If you donate willingly, it has to be willingly. I can't force you. I can't hold this knowledge and say, you gotta give me this money in order to get this knowledge or whatever. You give to Christ what is Christ, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, however that saying goes. So knowledge and wisdom is free. It should be given to everybody. Everybody should have it, so on and so forth. Now, I hope that it moves you and pushes you into a willfulness of donating, maybe supporting, so on and so forth, however you can. Right. I hope that you would, want to, join the Discord, be a part of it, whatever you want to do. I hope that you want to be a part of something like this. Right. It's the love that we gonna bring. Hey, appreciate the Cash App 1111. I see what you're doing there, reminding me of things that I might have in my mind that could come true, right? So I got to think positive in this moment because you just sent me 1111 because you triggering that memory through numbers, right? Numberology, universal angel codes, right? So you're triggering something that the universe is trying to tell me, which is think positive thoughts because your thoughts is becoming your reality. So I'm going to go to the Discord and think positive thoughts. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutations. If nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the first person, but not the last, to tell you that I love you, right? All these things that's taking place in this world, look, stay clear of the negative, right? Not all things is good for you. Some of it is negative, okay? All right? There's no send the money and then he'll cam up. If y'all want me to cam up, I'll cam up, but I'm not camming up for no money. I'm not a piece of meat. You can't. But it was a joke. You was joking, so we're going to look past that. We're going to look past that joke, okay? That was funny. That was funny. We get it. We get it. Nah, I'm joking.
A lot of shit we do gonna have consequences, but we gotta be ready for them. Emergency, I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me.
Hey, TikTok, we closing out.
I'ma stay right here on this plastic, gonna take birth from me. I'm sipping his hand and he just pain, but it ain't helping. My little nigga going against the grain and that shit stressing me. I pray to God, let God have mercy. I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the gang.
Say the price.
I was young in the rush for the money, my hunger for paper is saving my life. And I shit can say tonight. If you wanna lick shit, we can get rich, we can get paid tonight. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You'll do anything to get it, but when you gonna go after it?
When you gonna go after it?
Gotta think about it. 187. Murder by eye, you killed a nigga, you don't know if you gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, real talk. Hey, fight my demon. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons.
Fight my demons. Fight my
demons.
demons.
It's me against these demons.
Demons.
Against
So many
demons.
demons.
Whoa, I'm fighting these demons up in this ghost. I'm fighting these demons, I'm on the ropes. They came with a beam up under my coat. Get hit in the spleen if you want to smoke. That money be green, so niggas on go. I'm looking so clean, I used to be broke. Remember they laughed at me and they joke. Gave him the ball, and nigga they choke. Tables turn, that nigga you broke. My little nigga don't follow no code. Follow no code, no code. My nigga follow me like the pole. I stand on my word and stand by the consequence. They say I'm heartless, thanks for the compliment. I seen your dead homie, yelling company. BMG gang, and bitch feel incompetent. Don't wanna hear that shit, I gotta kill that shit. Lethally militant, I can get ignorant. We not considerate, niggas do silly shit. We get the drilling shit, guilty and innocent. Don't give a fuck about bystander. I can pull up in the high land. Don't take no slam. Don't take no flam. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You'll do anything to get it, boy, you gon' go down. Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder by eye. You killed a nigga, you don't know if you gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, God, real talk.
We out here
Fight my demons, fight my demons. So many demons. Me against these demons.
Demons.
Against these demons.
We out here
Fight my demons, fight my demons. It's me against these demons. Against these demons.
Hey,
Living life
no
in
matter
case
what
of the
y'all go
idea that
through,
my evil thoughts go
just
unpunished.
remember, every day brings a
As I sort through the rubbish, my days of thugging get slow and rugged. Idolizing puppets who control the public like a controlled substance.
Don't be afraid to open your mind.
Bullets in abundance,
Sit down in
anticipate
peace.
what I know is coming.
Right? Hey, we in it together.
All of a sudden, my past is blurring, my future is sudden.
We are
dark and muddy, hoping for sunny. I'm still running.
Although we in this world, we are
Find
not
peace.
of this world. Don't let the things of this
Find
world
peace.
become you. Okay?